everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's class, we are going to discuss about chapter 2 Pythagoras theorem. This is a continuation of this chapter, and today we are going to discuss on topic application of Pythagoras theorem and Apollonius theorem. Okay, so let's begin. Applications of Pythagoras theorem. Let me write a question. We will discuss the applications with the example of some question and writing the proof of that, and that will be used for Apollonius theorem. Applications of Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so let me just give the little introduction information about this triangle. This triangle is named as ABC. In triangle ABC, angle C is acute angle. So if you see here, angle C, this angle is acute angle less than 90 degree. AD is perpendicular to BC. So we have to draw AD line. Already the line is drawn, A is there, and this point will become AB. So this is AD is perpendicular to BC. So this becomes 90 degree on both sides. Prove that AB square is equal BC square plus AC square minus 2 times BC multiply DC. So we have to prove this using this triangle. So let's begin. Each step is very important because this will help you to solve the questions, the problems which are asked based on this theorem. So let's begin. In triangle ABC, okay, let's first see what are the values given to us. Okay, so here there are some values given to us. So we will write that also. This is C, this is B, this length is B, this length is C, this length is given P, this length is given X, and this whole length is given A. If this whole is A and this BC is X, then we can easily write BD as this whole A minus X. Okay, so this A minus X comes from here. The whole length is A, BC is X, then BD is obviously A minus X. Okay, so let us write Pythagoras theorem for this triangle. Let me just shape this part. Let me write a Pythagoras theorem for this triangle, this right angle triangle. So it will become diagonal length is AB. Okay, so I can write that as C square is equal to the other two sides, that is P square plus A minus X whole square. So we have used a Pythagoras theorem. If you don't want to write this step, you can start with writing the formula first. That is AB square is equal to, that is diagonal length is AB square is equal AD square plus BD square. So now we can substitute. AB is C, so it will become C square. AD is P, so it is P square plus BD is A minus X whole square. Let us apply the formula here, A minus B whole square. That formula we have to apply. What is that formula? A minus B whole square gives you A square minus 2AB plus B square. So we have to use this formula here. So it will give you C square equals P square plus, apply the formula here. It will give you A square minus 2 times AX plus X square. Okay, so let us name this equation as the first equation. Fine. Now let us only concentrate on triangle ABC. In triangle ABC. In triangle ABC. So ABC means, let me just shade that. We are talking about this. In ABC triangle, again we are going to apply a Pythagoras theorem for this. So if you apply Pythagoras theorem, what it will be? AC square is equal AD square plus BC square. So AC is B, so it will become B square equals B square plus BC is X, so it is X square. This becomes our second equation. But we want to substitute this value in equation 1. So I want to write this equation as p square is equal, bring the p square on the left, so it will become negative p square. This b will go on the right, b square, this is plus x square. To remove this negative sign, I will change the sign of the whole equation. This will become positive b square, positive b square, negative x square. I can use this in equation 1. Let me just name this as equation 2 and write here substitute equation 2 in equation 1. I will solve further here. Equation 2 in equation 1. That means in place of p square, I will write b square minus x square. So equation 1 is c square is equal, in place of p, I will write b square minus x square. And then plus a square minus 2ax plus x square. We have negative x square and positive x square here, so this and this cancels. What is left with us is a square plus b square minus 2ax. This is what we are getting. Okay, let us substitute what is c. C is actually ab, so we'll write here ab square. A is bc, we will write bc square plus b is actually ac. So ac square minus 2 times a is again bc dot or multiply x is bc. So just check what we wanted to prove and what we got. We already got the same answer. AB square equal BC square plus AC square minus 2BC multiply BC. Hence, prove. We already proved it. Very simple. Okay, so this is the first application of Pythagoras theorem. After this, we are going to do another Pythagoras theorem, but the diagram is little different. Here, angle C is an acute angle. The next diagram, we are going to use a obtuse angle. So, using obtuse angle, we are going to prove. I hope this is clear to you. Let's go to the next question. Second application of Pythagoras theorem. Here, let us name this A, B, and this is B. This is named as C. These values, this length is P, this length is C. This length is B, this length is C, this length is P. This is A, and this length is X. Okay, so in triangle ABC, angle ACB is obtuse angle. Here it is obtuse angle. Angle ACB, if you see this angle, then it is an obtuse angle more than 90 degree, less than 180 degree. What we have to prove here? We have to prove that AB square is equal BC square plus AC square plus 2 times BC multiply CD. So we are going to prove this using this triangle. So let us prove that. Let's take triangle ADB. In triangle ADB. That means we are taking a bigger triangle here. Here you can see here this is 90 degree. It's a right angle triangle. It's a 90 degree. Okay. Or we can take a triangle first ADC. In triangle ADC, you can take this triangle, small triangle. Let me shape this. We are using Pythagoras theorem for this triangle now. If you use a Pythagoras theorem to this, what will be the answer? The diagonal length is AC. So AC square is equal AD square plus BC square. AC value is B. So I will write B square equals AD is P. So this will become P square plus BC becomes X square. Again, for this, I am going to write P square is equal. So bring the P square on the left side, bring B to the right. So it will become negative B square, because when we move the any values, it changes the sign. And this is plus X square. Since we don't want negative P square, then we can change the whole equation by changing the sign. So this will become positive B square, this will become positive B square, and X square will become negative. Let me write this equation as equation 1. Now we will take another triangle. In triangle ADB. So let us use this big triangle ADB. Again, D angle is a 90 degree. We can use a Pythagoras theorem here. So using Pythagoras theorem, AB square is a diagonal length. So AB square is equal AD square plus DB square. AB square is C value, so we can write C square is equal, AD value is P, so this will become P square plus DB. What is DB? The whole length, this whole length. We can add this, right? X and A, so we can add this and write it as X plus A. So that can be written here, X plus A the whole square. Again, for this formula, we can use, what is that? A plus B, the whole square formula is A square plus 2AB plus B square. So, C square equals P square plus, use the formula, X square plus 2 times XA plus A square. So, we have got this equation, right? And let us write this as equation 2. Again, how we did in our previous question, similarly, we are going to substitute equation 1 in equation 2. We are going to replace this P square. So let us solve it here. Substitute equation 1 in equation 2. So equation 2 is C square equals, in place of P, I will write this equation 1. So it is B square minus X square plus X square plus 2XA plus A square. So if you see here, something is getting cancelled here. We have negative X square and positive X square. So we can cancel this. What is remaining? C square equals B square plus A square plus 2XA. Or else I can also write this as C square equals A square plus B square plus 2 times X multiply A. Let us see which side is C. C is actually AB. So we will write this AB square equals, A side is BC. I will write it as BC square. B side is AC. So AC square plus this 2 multiply X is actually DC multiply A is BC. So if you compare this and this, we have already proved it. Here it is 2 times BC multiply CD. And this also means the same. DC or CD both are same. I can also write this again properly. That is BC square plus AC square plus 2 times BC multiplied by CD. Hence, proof. We already got the answer what we were looking for. Okay. Now, this formula is very important for us because this formula will help us to write the theorem for Apollonius. We have to write the Apollonius theorem. For application, these are the two important proofs we were supposed to discuss. We discussed it, and using this same knowledge, we are going to write Apollonius theorem. Okay, let us see the first one, what we discussed. Just see the diagram and see the proof here. It says the AB square is equal to BC square plus AC square minus 2 times BC multiply DC. And in the second, it says AB square is equal BC square plus AC square plus 2 times BC multiply CD. Okay. So what is this Apollonius theorem? It is a theorem relating the length of a median of a triangle to the length of its side. So here the median means this length. This length is divided. If suppose this one length is given to you, when you divide it, when you make it half, the point will be somewhere here. Okay, it won't be here because this is not half. That is not half. The half point is here. So this we are going to discuss about this yellow line. This line which I have drawn in yellow color, that is the median of a triangle, median of this triangle. Okay, it states that the sum of the square of any two sides of any triangle equals twice the square on half the third side together with twice the square on the median bisecting the third side. It's a bit confusing when you read the theorem like this. Let us do the proof so that it becomes more easier for you to understand. Okay, so let me name this triangle first. This is A, this is B, this is C. B, C. This point I am taking it as D. It's a perpendicular length. AD is perpendicular to BC. So this becomes 90 degree on both sides. And this point is N. Okay. Now, in triangle ABC, that is this big triangle ABC, if M is the midpoint, if M is the midpoint of BC, then we can say that AB square plus AC square is equal to AM square plus 2MB square. This is what is written here in statement. What is written here in the statement? The sum of the square of any two sides. So any two sides is AB and AC. These are the two sides of this triangle. Square of that. That's why it is written AB square and AC square. Sum means addition. So the sum of squares of any two sides of any triangle equals twice the square on half the third side. So AM is the middle length, that's the third side, together with the twice the square on the median bisecting the third side. So they are telling you about the length AM and MB, that is this one. Okay, so we are going to prove this. The statement is written in this form here and we have to prove this. Let us prove this now. First, let us write what we know, that is information. Angle AMB, if you see angle AMB, that is this angle, is it acute or obtuse? It is a obtuse because it is more than 90 degrees. So, is obtuse angle. Angle AMC, if you talk about other side of the triangle, AMC, you will see that it is not obtuse, it is a acute angle. Okay, this is the information what we came to know from the triangle. Let us continue with this. We have got the answer previously for those two applications when we were solving. We have to use this. Whatever proof we derive, we are going to use it. Okay, we are going to use this. That is, what is this proof? AB square equal BC square plus AC square minus 2BC times DC. And for the second triangle, whatever we got, we have to use the proof of this. Okay, why? Because if you see this both the triangle, this is like triangle, there is in the middle there is a AD length which is perpendicular to BC, and if you see the second triangle, there is a obtuse angle here. Okay, so when you combine this both triangle, you get a diagram like this. On the right side of the yellow line, you will see the second application, the first application we proved, and on the left side, we proved the second application. So here, both the triangles are combined. That's why we are going to use the result what we got there. So let us write those two proofs what we got there. So that is AB square is equal BM square plus AM square plus 2 times BM multiplied by MD. Okay, this becomes, according to that theorem we have written here. What it says? It says this AB square is equal to BM square, because this 2 you have to write, BM square plus AM square plus 2 times BM multiply MD, that is this side. So we have to write the result according to the theorem. And the second equation, this side we can write AC square, that is this side, AC square is equal MC square, this full length MC square plus AM square, that is the middle length AM square minus 2 times MC multiplied by MD. So this gives you second equation. Okay, let me just erase this part. Okay, so we have got these two equations. We have to add this. Adding equation 1 and equation 2. What do we get? On the left side, when we add AB and AC, we add. So we will get AB square plus AC square. On the right side, we have to add this all. So let us write this. BM square plus MC square plus AM square plus AM square plus 2BM multiply MD minus 2MC multiply MD. Do you see here MC? MC is same as BM because this AM is drawn in the middle. M is the midpoint of the triangle. So this side and this side is same. That means BM is equal to MC. Both the lengths are same. So I can also write the same line as AB square plus AC square is equal. In place of BM, I will write MC. MC square, this is also MC square. Here you see 2 AM square are there, so I will just add them. Here 2 BM, in place of BM, I will write MC, so it will become 2 MC multiply MD minus 2 MC multiply MD. If you see here, there is also 2 MC multiply MD here, so this is positive, this is negative. I can cancel this both. And what is left with us finally? AB square plus AC square is equal, this is 2MC square plus 2AM square. This is a very important formula which we'll be using to solve problems. This is the Apollonius theorem. Okay, already we have proved here. This theorem or this formula will be used to solve questions. Whenever you see a triangle like this, there is a median length is drawn. Okay, so if you see triangle like this and they will give you some sides, they will give you some, they will tell you to solve some unknown sides. So you have to use this formula to solve. Okay, let us solve one example question based on this theorem here. Okay, so the question is, in triangle PQR, PM is median of PQR. PM value is given to us 9. There is no unit given to us, so it is just mentioned number 9. Then PQ square plus PR square is equal to 90, and you have to find QR. So you have to find QR. The name, let us see what are the values given in this for this triangle. This point is P, this is Q, this is R, PQR triangle. PM is median of PQR. So P is already there, M should be written here. So this becomes the median of PQR. This length and this length is same. Okay. Let us write what are the values given to us. PM value is 9, so I will write 9 here. PQ square plus PR square is 290, and the question is asking you to find out this whole length QR. We have to find this. So we can use the theorem that is Apollonius theorem. According to Apollonius theorem, if you apply that formula here, we can write. Okay, so based on Apollonius theorem, we have written the theorem here, and now we are going to substitute the values which are given in the question. So let us substitute. PQ square plus PR square is already given in the question, is 290, is equal 2 times PM value is 9. So this becomes 9 square plus 2MQ square. 290 is equal 2 times 9 square is 81 plus 2MQ square. 290 is equal to multiply 81 is 2 times 1, 2, 2 times 8, 16, that is 162 plus 2MQ square. Now let us bring this 162 on the left side. So it will give you 290, 162 will become negative 162 is equal to MQ square. 290 minus 162 is 128 is equal to MQ square. Now this 2 will go in the denominator, that is 128 divided by 2 is equal MQ square. When you divide this, 2 times 6 12, 2 times 4 8, 64 is equal MQ square. But we don't want MQ square, we want only MQ. So you will find a square root of 64. So square root of 64 is 8. So 8 value is MQ. The question is asking you to find the QR. So how to find QR? We have to see the link. What is QR? If you see here, QM is same as MR. QM is same as MR. I can also write that QM is half of QR, because M is in the middle, M is the midpoint. So QM is the half of QR. So let us bring this 2 here. It will become 2QM is equal QR. So what is the QM value we got? QM or MQ value is 8. So I can substitute here. 2 times 8 is equal QR. That is 2 times 8 is 16 equals QR. So we got answer for QR. QR value is 60. And what is QM value? This is 8. So if this is 16, QR is 16 and Q is 8, then obviously MR is also 8. It should be same because M is the midpoint of QR. So we already found all the values according to the question. Okay. Let us solve one more proof. Using rhombus. The question is, prove sum of squares, sum that is addition, sum of squares of the diagonals of a rhombus is equal to sum of the squares of the sides. Squares of the sides. Okay, let us name this. This is P, this is Q, S, and R. Next question, we are going to discuss another proof here, that is rhombus. Proof using the theorems of application and Apollonius. We are going to use that theorem formula and try to prove this question. Okay, here the question is, prove sum of squares of diagonals of a rhombus is equal to sum of square of the sides. Okay, how to write this? It means that sum of squares of diagonal length is PR and QS. So sum of those square, that means addition of that is addition of PR square and QS square is equal. We have to prove that it is equal to sum of the squares of the sides. So we have to write all the sides, that is PS square plus SR square plus QR square plus PQ square. This we have to prove. This we have to prove. So let us prove now. To prove this, we have to use the Apollonius theorem for this triangle. So let us divide this rhombus into two triangles, two different triangles. So I am taking the first triangle as triangle PQS. I am shading that triangle with red color, if you can see here. Okay, so I am going to use that triangle first. Let me name this triangle as 1. I am going to use this triangle. According to this triangle, if we use the Apollonius theorem for this, we can write that PQ square plus PS square is equal to 2 times the middle length, that is PT square, okay, plus 2 times QT square. This I have written from Apollonius theorem. Okay, according to that theorem, I have applied that theorem to this triangle and wrote the formula. You should learn how to write the formula for any type of triangle using that. Okay, so based on that, I have written the formula here. This, let me name this as equation 1. Let me name this as equation 1. Similarly, I am going to use a theorem for the other part of the triangle, that is this part. Okay, this part of the triangle, I am going to use that. So in that form, I can write QR square plus SR square, the both two sides of the triangle, is equal to the middle length, that is 2 times RT square. Okay, don't forget this is point T in the middle, RT square plus 2 times QT square. Okay, so this becomes equation 2. Now, add these both equations. Adding equation 1 and equation 2. What do we get? So on the left side, if you add it, you will get pq square plus ps square plus qr square plus sr square. So this is on the left side. Let us add on the right side. 2pt square plus 2qt square plus 2 times rt square plus 2 times qt square. You see here there is qt here, there is qt square here also. We can add that and write it as 4qt square. So let us write further equals 2pt square plus 2rt square plus 2qt and 2qt square gives you 4qt square. So we added that, we add this both. Okay, so we are getting 2qt, 4qt square. We also know from the diagram that pt and rt, both the values are same. Okay, since pt is equal to rt, I can substitute in place of pt as rt. So I am writing that here in place of pt, I will write rt because both the lengths are same. 2rt square plus 4qt square. So here this also if you add, you will get 4rt square. Okay, if you add this 4rt square plus this is 4qt square. How can we write this in terms of, if we write 4 is a square number, I can also write it as 2rt whole square. So this 2 square if you do, you will get 4, right? Similarly, this one I can write it inside the bracket 2qt whole square. Okay, 2pt whole square plus 2qt whole square. What is this rt? What is this rt? What is this rt? rt and pr, this both sides, if you add them, okay, that is pt plus tr, you will get pr. So 2 times rt means it is actually pr, whole length. Similarly, qt and ts, both the lengths are same, that is twice of qt. So the whole length is qs. So we can write qs square, this square here. So we already proved it. We said, right? Left side is here. PR square plus QS square is equal to the square of all the sides of the square. That is PQ square plus PS square plus QR square plus SR square. So we already got the answer. We already proved it. Hence, please try to solve this by yourself, practice solving it so that we can practice more and more to solve more questions based on this. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 questions so that you can practice those applying this theorem. Please note down the question. Homework. First question. In triangle PQR, point S is the midpoint of side QR. PQ value is given 11, PR value is given 17, PS value is 13, and we have to find QR. The diagram roughly I am drawing here. This is P, this is Q, and this is R. This is S. Second question. In triangle ABC, AB is equal 10, AC is equal 7, BC is equal 9, Then find length of median drawn from point C to side AB. The diagram is, this is A, this is B, C, this is 90°, right? So this point is D. All the information is given to you in the question. You have to use that information and try to solve these two questions using Apollonius theorem. Okay, this is all for today. We will continue with the chapter in our next class. Thank you and bye.